Staying with the topic of food, it's something we can all relate to, not quite knowing what you're ordering in a restaurant where you don't speak the language. Well, restaurants in Japan have come up with a unique way of helping tourists order their food. Instead of reading from a menu or struggling through the language barrier, food outlets are turning to plastic replicas of soup, rice and even ice cream to help hungry tourists.
Sushi, breaded pork, or noodle soup. These Japanese dishes might look tasty, but they're made of plastic. The only ingredients used in this kitchen are these colored liquids. People come here to learn the secrets behind making the dishes that pop up in the displays of so many restaurants in Japan. On the menu today, tempura battered prawns that almost look better than the real thing. But what's the point of food you can't eat?
The restaurants display these plastic dishes to draw in clients. It's useful. Sometimes it's difficult to know what you're going to get just from reading the menu, but with these replicas, you know what you'll end up with.
This display food is a welcome help for starving tourists in Tokyo. Translated menus, when you can find them, can be quite obscure and staff rarely speak English.
Yes, I point at the food and I just say, I want this, I want this. It's too easy because choosing from a list is impossible. And instead with the plastic food, I look at this and I take this, okay?
There's a catch though. Japanese dishes can be deceptive. This fish pate, for example, has surprised many a tourist.
This omelette, like an omelette, but I'm not sure that it's omelette.
This journalist is so passionate about plastic food, he wrote a book about it. In it, he explains a phenomenon that started back in the 1920s.
These replicas are really a three-dimensional medium. When you look at them, it's like you're tasting the dish for the first time. You can imagine the flavor and even guess whether it's healthy. That's what I mean by the title, The Japanese Who Eat With Their Eyes.
Originally made by hand, these dishes are often industrially produced now. But in his little workshop, this replica chef is preserving a mouth-watering art form the traditional way.